Overview of the Holocaust. Adolf Hitler rose into power in 1933. He formed his Nazi Party and began to install what would be the framework of executing his plans to exterminate the German Jews. The Nazi Party also would proceed to bring down Jewish businesses, including lawyers and doctors. Over time, the Aryanization of Germany led to more fatal encounters, and an estimated 12 million Jews and non-Jews were murdered. These tallies included citizens. So on this slide, basically, I'll be telling you how the four major allies of Great Britain came together to form, the international military tribunals to, bring the Holocaust to justice. Alliance of Powers. In 1942, the Allied powers Great Britain, the Soviet Union, the United States, and France began to construct the first international team of judges to bring justice to the crimes committed against humanity during the Holocaust. Robert H. Jackson, an American prosecutor amongst the international trial, made the first statement on punishing the Nazi Party. Indictments were on hand. Those included in the indictments were weapon manufacturers, lawyers, doctors, and German generals. They had to confess their crimes before the International Military Tribunal for their crimes against humanity. Now, if you notice, I capitalized certain words, and you'll see why. So this is pretty much the conclusion of what happened during the trial. It says came to a head. In conclusion, there were 13 trials held over the course of 14 years, from 1945 to 1949. There were 216 court sessions. And also, I probably will be doing even a further breakdown on this because these numbers all play a key part in why things went the way they went. Because the world is controlled by numbers. All of this shit is organized by numbers. Your name does not matter in the system. You're a number. That's your social security number. When you go to jail, you're a number. The world is all about numbers. It's a reason why it was exactly 13 trials held in 4 years, 216 court sessions. It's a reason for that, but I'll cover that in another video. What was I? Okay, 12 death sentences, 3 life sentences, 4 acquitted, and many got long jail time. Adolf Hitler, he offed himself with a cyanide pill, and he shot himself in the head before being taken to trial. I don't know why he didn't just shoot himself in the head instead of doing both. But Robert Lee, a high German officer in the Nazi army, also killed himself before being taken to trial. Hermann Goring, a political leader, who was also convicted of war crimes and crimes against humanity, killed himself just hours before his execution. So, you see Hermann Goring, Robert Lee, and Adolf Hitler, all citizens of this society. They supposed to be trusted. And look at what they did. Now, they say Adolf Hitler did what he did in retaliation, which I did like a quick little scan over that. That's what it seemed to be, but you get the point. And Hermann Goring was a political leader. I'm gonna assume, he was in the role of, like, let's say a Nancy Pelosi, you know, convicted of crimes against humanity. This stuff has happened before. So now moving forward in my presentation, this is where I begin to show you how, all of this stuff has been happening over and over. And it's not conspiracy. Let me sip a little water. Alright. So yeah, I'm gonna be tying all that in together. So here we go. Say tying the Nuremberg trials with 2020 and 2021. You see, there were crimes against humanity, and they were brought to justice via international military tribunals. While being committed, although over a shorter span in time than what's been happening and happening now, drastic measures were possible and did happen. If you notice, I capitalized certain words in the last few slides because the same class of people, or the same people that had the same occupations back then, with the exceptions of entertainers, you heard last year, they were on indictment for crimes against humanity today. So again, political leader, Herman Goring, and I just only put one of them in there. It's more than just him. Lawyers, doctors. The doctors today spreading false information about this bullshit ass corona, trying to scare people. And the lawyer, we don't even gotta talk about the judicial system. We don't even gotta. Yeah, I know what's going on with that. So the same people that was doing this bullshit back then, they doing it now. I'ma just include the entertainers of today and before this time period in this presentation. It says these people were more suited to get away with child trafficking, money laundering, murder, etc. due to the resources they have and the corrupt governments that help hide them and distract people from what's going on. In the next slides, I'll be breaking down how political figures and entertainers are nothing but agents. So the government, which I gotta understand, is the government, entertainers, political figures, is all in one. It's all in one, and the government helps hide who they really are by captivating your emotions. They make you love them, but they can't make you do nothing. But they coerce you to love them, so you don't question them. They put us in hell and make it seem like they in this euphoric, I've made it place in life. So you see them as something higher than you. So you don't question them. And this is why you think everything is a conspiracy, because you don't even look. You don't even look. Let's go. What are entertainers? And it is something new. So let's look at what the word entertain actually means. Entertain, to hold attention of pleasantly or agreeably, to divert or amuse, to hold in the mind, to maintain or keep. By definition, not opinion. Entertain literally means to keep you distracted by presenting you a presentation that is aesthetically pleasing via the music, sports, movies, TV shows, etc. And there's also a spiritual science behind it, but that's not the point of this video, so I'm not gonna get too deep into that. The use of entertainers to distract the public to carry out an agenda is an ancient practice started in Europe, Greece, then Rome. They will hold circuses, animal fights, animal versus human fights, and the famous gladiator fight in coliseums. Gladiators in particular were usually impoverished individuals who were captured for crimes, quote unquote, but saw gladiator fighting as a path to glory and fame, and using their own will would sign contracts to learn how to fight as a gladiator. Does that not sound like the black man and woman, captured, impoverished, sees the entertainment industry as a way out, signs deal for glory and fame, performs for the masses, etc.? So once again, this is this is nothing new. It's just evolved. It's just tweaked a little bit. It's nothing new. They already did this. They would capture gladiators. Where they would capture people, and then, quote unquote, for crimes. Really, they just fucking with people, but they would capture them for crimes. And let me say this: they would capture people and get them to learn how to be gladiators for their entertainment, for the emperor's entertainment, and to distract the people. It ain't had nothing to do with no damn crimes. Just like they say they took your black ass from Africa to civilize us, and we taught them. They just remix the same shit over and over. Oh, we capturing them because they committed crimes. Oh, we took them from Africa to help civilize them. Same shit over and over. You know. Then they put them in a impoverished, situation. They put them in a bad situation. And if this person has an ambitious spirit, what would they do? They will want to learn how to fight in the arena, as a gladiator, because they see it brings fame and fortune. Just like the fucking music industry. It's not conspiracy. It's the same shit over and over. I'm gonna keep saying it. Till you get tired of hearing it, I'm gonna keep saying it. What are entertainers? Is it something new? Gladiators. That's what we'll be talking about. The basketball and football games you see now are simply just remixes of ancient Rome and Greece. They are simply remixed games of ancient Rome and Greece. They had referees, penalties were thrown. Also, there were rules and regulations. And I might add, they did script and fake the gladiator fights. Yes, they did. Gladiators also had promoters, as you see boxers have in the modern era, the quote-unquote modern era. When a gladiator would be seriously wounded and wouldn't wield his lance, the ruler would allow the crowd to decide if the contestant was to be finished off. This was done to give the people the illusion of choice. Does that sound familiar? The illusion of choice. They were separated into classes based on ability, style of fighting. Theraces, Mammalians, Equites, Esadari, and the Demasharis, whatever that shit say. As you see today in UFC and in boxing, you got Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, Southpaw, Orthodox, switch hitters, etc. Emperors would participate in battle to show the people they are to be loved, while doing so under fixed conditions. So, the referee wouldn't really, let the other dude get his shit off. He couldn't really be too aggressive towards the emperor in battle. So, aka they were fixing the fight, just like they fix these games. It's the same thing. The opponent wouldn't be the opponent would be inexperienced and weak. Sometimes they would even stoop so low to pick someone out of the crowd. So the emperor would try to prove how hard he is and prove he is to be loved by the people. And he would stoop so low as to pick somebody out of his own crowd to kill him, knowing they inexperienced. The refs will also help to fix the fights. Commodus, a Roman emperor, would pick someone out of the crowd, kill them, and then pay himself lots of Roman coin. Just like they kill celebrities today, and the CEOs take all the money and get paid off of the record spins. It's all the same thing over and over. The same thing over and over. They did it to Eazy-E. They did it to Tupac. They did it to Whitney Houston. They do it over and over. The lower class of people during ancient Rome saw gladiators as celebrities, while the emperors saw them as nothing and expendable when they so pleased to have them killed in a fight versus an animal. They had posters hung up in dineries, bars, stores, and stores. They had clay action figures as well. The more popular gladiators were used to sponsor products. They just recycling this stuff over and over. So they would, you know, the athlete would build popularity, and the emperor would allow them to build popularity, just like the CEOs and executives allow these rappers to become popular and use them to endorse their products. Believe it or not, gladiators were also prominent sex figures. It was easy for them to sleep with females. The women worshipped them. The females would wear their accessories and dip them, but they would dip them in gladiators' blood. They would even mix the gladiators' sweat into their face creams. The sweat of the gladiator was considered an aphrodisiac. So just like how y'all, you know, how the women worship the rappers. This nigga Drake got the OVO owl. I mean, got the owl. Is the logo of his brand OVO. The owl of Moloch. Moloch being the demon of sacrifice. Moloch being Satan. You would tell these women that, and it doesn't matter to them because of their love for him. They would still sleep with him. It's the same thing. These dudes would sell out for fame and kill each other instead of getting together and killing the emperor. Just like these rappers sell out instead of getting together and taking down the industry and making our own shit. It's the same thing. It's the same fucking thing. You know, and just like how I just stated, the lower class of people saw the gladiators as celebrities, just like you niggas. They saw them as higher figures, just like you niggas see these rappers and these singers and these entertainers as figures that are higher up, and this is done strategically on purpose, so you look up to them. Because when you look up to somebody, it's hard for you to see fault in them. It's damn near impossible. And even if you do, you will deny it. You will deny it because of your love for them. And what they really are would tear you apart emotionally. It would do something to your energy. This is all spiritual. And it's all been done before. So no matter how much demon worship that the entertainers show you, your love for them will cause you to, you know, just overlook it and be blind to it, or pretend to be blind to it, and you'll continue to lust for them from afar. And when you see them, you don't even know what to do with yourself. The same thing with the gladiators. These dudes were treasonous against each other because the gladiators actually formed a brotherhood. And instead of them sticking together and overthrowing the nigga that got them going against each other for his amusement, they would kill each other. But the women still loved them for it. That's the same thing that's going on now. And I'm going to say this. Women, y'all have so much power, y'all don't understand. If, let's say if the women, you know, of today said, you know what, we don't want to deal with rappers, actresses, and entertainers. We don't really care about that. We want men that use their mind. That will go a long ways with helping to feed the beast. We sending our kids into this shit. A lot of these celebrities was groomed as kids. That will go a long way because matrilineal, it don't matter. The world is gonna move based on the preference of women. The patrilineal societies just give the illusion that the men have power, but even the emperors wanted to impress women in the patrilineal system. It's always gonna be that way. But this is why they turn rappers into sex symbols, because they understand if they can capture the minds of the women with them, that's all that matters. In my next few slides, I'll be showing you how the Colosseums are exactly the same as they were back then, or pretty much the same. Football is modern day gladiator fighters. It's all the same thing. It's been going on. Here go another one. Do they look too much different from a baseball stadium? Also, look at that. Look at that. Same structure. It's crazy. This shit is right in our face. They ain't doing nothing but rehashing. And this is why it's on autopilot. Because they've done it before. It's so easy to just do it right under our nose because it's just clockwork at this point. Look at this. This is ancient. Look just like a football stadium. And this is a football stadium. The picture a little blurred out, but I got some better ones coming. Boom. Look at that. That's some shit, ain't it? That's some shit. Boom. Look at that. Big old crowd of people getting ready to watch niggas smash their heads into each other while the white man sitting up in the booth. Already know who gonna win the game. It's ridiculous. Mo- let's say this crowd is what? Let's say this crowd is 70,000 people. I'm willing to bet you 70% of this crowd is white. And let me say this, my channel is geared towards black people. All people are welcome, but I'm trying to aid my people mentally and spiritually. And my channel will also evolve into a fitness channel as well. But for now, look at this. 70% of this crowd, I guarantee you, is white. 100% of the owners are white. Probably 85. I'm gonna actually look at what's the percentage of coaches in the league. I know head coaches is like fucking 85 to 15%, 85% white. To watch a field of 90 fucking percent black people put their life on the line for their amusement. It's bullshit. You know, and the control is so bad, it's to the point to where we won't even build our own league. What the fuck would the NFL be if we wasn't in it? And it's not being racist, but do you even think white people would want to watch a bunch of white people on the football field? A very rhetorical question I just asked. But look at this shit. What would the NBA be without us? Here go the referee. Right in the middle. You see the dude on his knee? You see the dude standing up? The man in the middle, that's the referee calling it a match. He defeated. They had referees. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. It's the same picture, I think. Just a different version of it, but you know, as you see, I go to referee. Same shit. Look at the helmet. Look at the face mask. This is the ancient football player before before the modern football player. Look at it. Don't they look like shoulder pads to you? With the straps in the middle. And then like a little chest plate. Look at his face mask. Look at that. They look damn near identical. They go to shoulder pads again. As you can clearly see, it don't look too much different from the two slides back. This is more. Look at this. Same old thing. Same old thing. Nothing different. You got your shoulder pads. Got your chest plate. Even the fucking armbands. You know, niggas wear the Nike armbands with the gloves. It's the same thing. Look at this. People out here sacrificing themselves, getting hit like this, while the emperor, quote unquote, just sit in the booth, drink his whatever it is, probably blood or semen. Cause them niggas is gay. They get down like that. Yes, they do. And then, and actually, in my next in part two of this, I'm gonna show a clip of I cannot remember. I know it was Roger Goodell and I think it was Charles Haley. They in the fucking booth laughing and shit, and this man got his hand rested on his thigh in the booth, just like the emperors used to sit up high and watch the gladiators fight with a little boy in their lap, caressing him. You know, the shit is sick. Look at this. Oh shit, that's Teddy Bridgewater. When I downloaded this, I didn't even realize who that was. He getting this shit smacked. I can't lie, I can't hold this one in. This is funny. Hey, and I'm gonna say this. This is a an intellectual channel, but I have personality. So, I'm gonna laugh at some shit. And this okay, alright, let me come back. But as you see, he getting his shit throttled all for the thrill, of a TV rating to put money in these owners' pockets. You know, and and the owners just sit up high, look down low, and watch niggas get their shit smacked. And what we do, we don't go against it. We keep sending our kids in, keep feeding the beast over and over. Keep feeding the beast. Keep sending them in. Keep fueling the bullshit. So how does it end? It's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with football. It's a masculine sport. You get hit, you get hit. But it's the setup of it. You getting hit for somebody else's amusement that ain't never even played football a day in their life, and and then they playing you on top of it. You ain't even guaranteed to get your money. And when you ask for your money, they look at you like you crazy. It's fucked up. But as you can see, they've been doing this for ages. It's the same thing over and over. God damn. Again, all for a TV rating, putting your life on the line. Motherfuckers can't walk straight when they retire, can't get health care, nothing. So now that me covering the gladiators and football players, now that that's out of the way, now I'm gonna tie in and show you demon worship throughout history. Because as I stated before, you think it's conspiracy. You think it's something that just it's some new age shit, like it's some shit that just popped up out of nowhere. No. It's just you have 1% of people who aren't pussy and not scared to face the reality that we in. That's the only way we could do something about it, is acknowledge it. You can't stop a problem if you don't even fucking acknowledge it. I've come to the conclusion that it's something far worse than people actually being stupid. I think, people are actually just in fear because it takes it takes a certain level of fortitude to be able to realize you are in hell and you have to climb out. It's easier to deny that you're being burned and just keep getting burnt, or to keep letting your surroundings burn you, or letting your surroundings burn around you, I should say. But here we go. Demon worship in music history. Johann Georg Faust was a German alchemist astrologer who made a pact with the demon known as Mephistopheles. He exchanged his soul in ritual with the devil in order to gain knowledge and pleasure in the world. He was not happy with his life. Note, he was born in 1480, died in 1540. So let me guess. Motherfuckers was making shit up back then too, huh? Nigga born in 1480. Many artists today looked up to the man who called himself the Beast, Aleister Crowley. His mother called him Satan in the flesh. Even those walk, even those that walked that demonic path saw he was taking it too far. And I'm gonna show you different artists, you know, that fuck with this man. I mean, his influence is throughout the entire music industry, entertainment industry as a whole. His influence is on all of this shit. As you see, Jay-Z wearing the famous quote of Aleister Crowley, "Do what thou wilt." No boundaries, no laws, no structure. All of the sick shit that come to mind, just do it. Do what thou wilt. This is him with the satanic cross, and yes, he took the infinity sign from under it, but that's only so it's not too obvious. It's obvious, but this leave room for people that are afraid to realize that we living amongst demons to say, well, it doesn't got the infinity sign at the bottom. So how was it the the satanic cross? you know. So he took that off, but this is the satanic cross, as you can see. Even the sign of, throwing the diamond up over the eye. You got that from Aleister Crowley. This is David Bowie, or Bowie, whatever his name is. And then you see these fools, you know, trying to look Egyptian. You just look stupid. But as you can see, David Bowie looks very androgynous. Tight roping it, line between looking like a woman and a man. Aleister Crowley talked heavy about, the power of androgyny. Aleister Crowley was also a huge practitioner of the bisexual sexuality. So much so, even the people, once again, that walked in that life, that were in that walk of life, they even said he was taking it too far. And this is the people that, this is the nigga that Jay-Z look up to, and that the entire music industry let influence them. But we not living amongst demons. You niggas is pussy. That's all it is. As you see, the logo Kiss. Now you see the S's are in the shape of lightning bolts. See that? It's not conspiracy. You can fucking see that clearly. These are fucking lightning bolts. Now, the question posed in your head might be, so what the fuck do that mean? Lucifer, they say in the Bible, I'm not a believer in the Bible, because the Bible plays a big role in confusing people and capturing people. But, Lucifer fell from heaven like a lightning bolt, you know. And in the satanic circle, the lightning bolt is seen as the destroyer, which is very fitting, considering what a lightning bolt does. As you can see them throwing up the devil horns, and you notice they always wore black and white for duality. The colors black and white are used in Masonic practice to balance your brain. And what does that do? When you see, look, in order to open somebody, in order to open somebody's mind, one way is more than one way, but one way to do it is through duality. Other ways to do it is flashing, lights on the screen, swirling circles, um, the checkerboard pattern, things like that to get you open to receive anything you see coming after that. So, they wore black and white to balance your brain out. So all the demonic frequencies they kicking out to you more susceptible to them. You know. Then you see the tongue out, like a serpent, like a serpent. And let me say this. They perverted the African understanding of snakes and reptiles. We understood that snakes represented transformation and wisdom, but you know, they only show an evil aspect of a snake on purpose. Also, snakes have pineal glands, like black people. Ours is active. You can't calcify it, smoking cigarettes, drinking all the time, eating like shit, drinking soda, you know. So you can't shut it off. But snakes can dance like black people. They agile like black people. Due to them having a pineal gland, they able to pick up frequencies at a higher pitch, you know, in a way that no other animal can. You know, how a snake can dance with no arms and legs. That's crazy. They can stand up with no arms and legs. And we understood the strength of a snake because of that. They can stand up with no arms and legs. You know, and we even call traders snakes because of them. And I'm guessing that's because of the king snake goes around eating his own kind. Well, that's that does not make the snake somebody who betrayed his own kind. That's a national phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? Things that are traitorous are, you know, treasonous are not natural. That snake is meant to go around eating lesser snakes. That's why it's called the king snake. Duh. And other animals, if hungry enough, they eat their own kind. That goes for any animal. See Jordan with the tongue out. You know, he's a Luciferian as well. You know, he got 6 finals, 6 rings, 6 finals MVPs, and he never allowed a game 6. That's 666. His number 23, not by mistake. And like I tell you, all of this is coordinated in numbers. These players don't choose what number they wear. You know, his number 23, 2 times 3, 6. He came back as number 45, 45. 4 plus 5 is 9, which is just a downside up 6. LeBron will retire with 6 rings, 6 finals losses, and 6 finals MVPs. That's why he went back to number 23, because his career will line up pretty much identical to Jordan, except he had 6 losses in the finals. Just another picture of him, with the tongue out. And honestly, me personally, I'm not gonna lie, that's raw to me. You in the groove, you playing, and when you move, you stick your tongue out like you finna get nasty. But just understanding the craft, I know why he did it. And me personally, you know, me knowing he was a monarch athlete, meaning he was under MK Ultra, this probably wasn't a natural thing for him. It's probably wasn't even him doing it. But I'll cover that whole MK Ultra thing in another topic. You see, your boy LeBron haven't been to a pizza party in a minute. Culver City, anyone? And this is the funny thing about this. Well, it's not funny. Let me say that it's not funny, but you know what I mean. This is the crazy thing. This was his first tweet. Soon as he got traded to Los Angeles, and they get on ESPN and talk about Heat. LeBron's talking about Pete like they don't know what's going on Heat. The first thing to talk about pizza, don't you gotta stay in shape, LeBron? You know, they know what pizza mean. You know, this shit is on the FBI. I'm gonna put a picture of it in my next slide. This shit is on the FBI website. Walnut, pizza, ice cream, hot dog. These are all pedophilic code words. All pedophilic. Anybody that they put in a godlike light, just understand that them are the worst of the worst. A la Beyonce, Jay-Z, LeBron. Them the only three I can just think of off the top that are in today, in today's superstar roster, so to speak, as constructed. You can't say nothing about either one of them three. It's people that'll actually fight you over them. People couldn't fathom LeBron is a pedophile. People couldn't fathom that, and that's why everybody want to know, well, why this stuff haven't came out yet. It is, but it's just not on mainstream media yet because, like I stated earlier, you niggas would lose your mind. The world probably would be worse than what it is now if they just told you all at once that they killed these motherfuckers or they in jail because of this, that, and the third. You motherfuckers will actually be trying to make a case for why they didn't do it. And they've been showing you that they Luciferian the whole fucking time. So how smart would he be to just throw this shit out here all at once? How smart would that be? And that's the problem now. Everybody waiting. You waiting on the Messiah. You waiting on opportunity. You waiting on the motherfucker to tell you what's what. You just waiting. Because that's the power of religion. You just wait. It's in God's plan. You're not taught to impose yourself. You see? This is the power of religion. This is the power of religion. You're not taught to go out and critically think and find shit out on your own. You taught to just wait. Wait till the fucking news tell you. The same news that tried to cover up 9/11. The same fucking news. The same news that's ran by the people that's doing the bullshit. Doing the satanic shit. And you motherfuckers, no matter what a nigga show you, you will deny over and over and over again what you seen. Cause you want the nigga that robbed the bank to come out and say, hey, you know what? I robbed the bank on December such and such. I had on all black with red shoes. I had a 9mm. So them bullets you seen in there on the floor, yes, them was my bullets. Cause I had the 9mm. I came in through the back door. It was like 3:34. You want niggas to do that? That's the only way some of you dumbass, pussy ass motherfuckers will understand this ain't no conspiracy. Is if the people that's actually doing this shit come out and tell on themselves. One day they will be forced to, but for now, you gotta find out on your own. But it's twofold. You don't give a fuck, and then you too scared. I used to just think people were just fucking stupid, which of course that's part of it, cause most of the world is fucking stupid, but most of it is you niggas is scared. And you don't really give a fuck. As long as you comfortable in your bubble, you don't really care how the world turn out. You don't care about what's happening to these kids. You know, they put this shit out here last year. Niggas picked it up like they usually do, like a new toy. Play with it a little bit while it's trending, and dropped it. And dropped it. Cause you niggas do what the next person do. If it's not trending, you're not gonna talk about it. You're not gonna think about it. You're not gonna care about it. It's probably eating you up that I'm spending this much time talking about, what I'm talking about with him on the screen. It's eating some of you niggas up, and you sad. But I don't give a fuck. If it's not trending, you niggas ain't gonna talk about it. When it first came out, it was a decent amount of people talking about it, the pedophilia, and these CEOs magically stepping down. You niggas, and like I said, part of it is you niggas is just stupid because you think these CEOs just stepping down just to step the fuck down out of nowhere. And it's just a coincidence that when all of this shit start happening, now they want to step down. It's just a coincidence. Yeah. Part of it is you just fucking stupid. Man, look at this bitch. I cannot wait till I do my video on the Hodashians. I cannot wait. Cause these hoes is really witches out here. I mean, the bitch did a facial with her own blood. What kind of shit is, man, like, and I know you niggas gonna have every excuse in the book. Oh, maybe it's, you know, nigga, time and place is everything. Your blood is inside of your body. That's what the fuck it's meant to be. It's never good to see your own blood. Nor am I saying she should use somebody else's blood. It don't belong on your fucking face. This shit is sick. It's plenty of ways to take care of your face other than using fucking blood. This bitch is sick. You know, and then posted it on the internet because Satan is the prince of the earth. What is the earth? Media, the airwaves, you know, radio, media, and this is why they got to put it out in front of you. They got to. Shit is crazy, man. Just look at this bitch. But yeah, she come from a lineage of witches. I'm gonna break down her whole family tree, and I'm gonna get on this bitch head, all them bitches. Then old dude turn into a fucking woman and shit. Like, man, them motherfuckers there is just them some sick motherfuckers. That is one sick ass family. You think these men getting with these Kardashians, with these Hodashians under their own will? Stop. These celebrity pairings, I don't even call them relationships. They pairings. Them bitches, them shits is forced. You just wake up and such and such together and all this shit. Forced. You think niggas want to get with these hoes after seeing what they did to countless men? Nothing good ever comes out of being with them. Nothing. These hoes is witches. Look at this bitch, man. Look at your boy Obama. Look at your boy Obama giving Evan DeGeneres, not Ellen, Evan DeGeneres, his Medal of Honor. I don't know how the fuck Evan DeGeneres got one, but well, I know. Let me stop. I know. They all in this thing together. And then look who in the back. Tom Hanks, your boy. Saving Private Ryan. Didn't he play in Saving Private Ryan? I think he did. Your boy Tom Hanks, Mr. Grease himself. Let me get on his ass at the end of this. But, I will be doing a whole video on Obama. How he's a faggot, and he's a big component of the cabal. Yes, I will be doing a whole video on it. Yes, yes, yes. Can't wait. But he's a piece of shit too. And they did this whole spying thing on Trump. And then the news reporter, there was a news reporter actually in the middle of a press conference with Kaylee, I think her last name is McCaney or something like that. And she literally gonna say, has President Trump thought about forgiving Obama for illegally spying on him? Bro, what? Bro, the world we live. This shit is crazy. But it's all conspiracy. I mean, I'm gonna put the clip in my next slide. Hopefully they haven't deleted it off the internet shit. But I'm gonna put the clip, I mean, not in my next slide, but in part 2 of this. I'm gonna put it in there. Motherfucker asked, did Donald Trump think about forgiving Obama for illegally spying on him? There's some shit. Your boy, Tom Hanks. Tom motherfucking Hanks. It's funny because we once again, this whole thing is a conspiracy, but you got motherfuckers moving here, moving there. Prince Harry and them, they left they left their throne. Then this nigga here, Tom Hanks, he get accused of being a pedophile and he on indictment and he's so innocent, he go move and get citizenship in Greece. He went and got citizenship in Greece. And I'm gonna show you why that's critical. Yes, what you are seeing is real. So before I give my 2 cents, I'm gonna just read it. It say Greece declares pedophilia a disability deserving state benefits. The government is being denounced by the National Confederation of Disabled People after it added pedophiles, exhibitionists, and kleptomaniacs to the list of disabled people entitled to state benefits. They have joined pyromaniacs, compulsive gamblers, fetishists, and sadomasochists as persons entitled to ask for government assistance. So, he's so innocent that he went to a country that will allow him to legally be a pedophile and get paid to be one. That's how innocent he is. You gotta be a complete fool to just look right through this. To look over this. You gotta be just a complete idiot. He literally moved to Greece and got citizenship right after he got found to be guilty. Well, got accused of being a pedophile. And then, oh my God. Look at how unruly this country is. You can get paid for being a sadomasochist, which is somebody who like to, have pain inflicted upon them during sex, like getting whipped and all the weird shit, all of this demonic dark shit. You so innocent. This is where you go to get citizenship, right? But it's conspiracy. But it's conspiracy, and I'll show that in part two, most definitely, that he actually went and got citizenship in Greece. Look at this. This is a painting from Greece. You see the grown man in the bed with the teenage boy. The grown man is the dude with the full beard. You see him holding it. You see at the top right, he holding him by the head and shit. You see in the middle, he laying behind him, and as you can see, he's naked. This shit is sick, and this is where you move to. It's such a conspiracy. It's so evil. I mean, it's such fallacy that what, instead of staying in my native country, well, I won't say native, but in my country I was born in, I'm gonna go somewhere that is historically sexually imbalanced. They rape their women. You know, they commit pedophilia. They like to do all the extra demonic sexual shit. And this is where you go after you are, let's say, allegedly indicted for pedophilia. That's crazy. But it's conspiracy. Another ancient Greece painting. You see the little boy. You see the older man finna give him a mean one right in the mouth. Finna give him a mean one. Power in the kisser. Just like what was it on Family Guy? Right in the kisser. And you see they are both naked. Holding the little boy by his head like how you do your woman when you finna get aggressive with her. And tongue kiss her and all of that. That's how look at him. Look at him. And this is where you move to. The most sexually imbalanced, probably the most sexually imbalanced place you can move to in the world. You want to get paid to be a pedophile. It's legal over there. It's a disability. That's a little boy and a grown man. Oh, just like I told y'all last year, if you follow me on Facebook, all of this shit come from Greece. Homosexuality, transsexuality, bestiality, all of that comes from ancient Greece. And as you see, this is a Greek statue of a tranny. Shit is nothing new. Transgenderism is nothing new. Hate to break the news to you, it's nothing new. It's the same shit over and over and over. Look at that. And I'm gonna go to the next slide because I don't like looking at this shit. Unfortunately, I had to show you this. Now this is cross-dressing. You know, you see he kept his beard, but you see he still wore the dress. You know, all of this comes from ancient Greece. Look at his hands on the side. You see him, he's lifting up a dress. That is a dress. It's not a robe. You will open it if it's a robe. That is a dress. Don't trick yourself. It's a fucking dress. And let me add this. I'm gonna add it in my in part two. If I've been saying I'm gonna show you in the next slide, I've been meaning to say part two. That's on me. But in part two, I'm gonna show that bestiality is legal in 11 fucking states. If we not in hell right now, we not being ruled by devils. Why the fuck would it be legal to fuck animals? That man in the top left, that's Aleister Crowley. The circle you see in the middle is, you know, just highlighting that that's him. This is the cover of a Beatles album. The Beatles were also Luciferians, and they looked up to Aleister Crowley. And you will see this, what they throwing up in this next slide. Aleister Crowley's influence is all throughout the entertainment industry, not just the music industry. The practice of pedophilia and sodomizing and doing stuff to little boys is from Aleister Crowley. Now the Beatles, you know, looked up to Aleister Crowley. And on his album, you see the symbols they throwing up. You see the symbols they throwing up. The devil horns and the sixes. The same thing that people throwing up now. But it's conspiracy. I've already showed you that these niggas looked up the devil worship. Those are devil symbols that they are throwing up. On that demon time, I might start on OnlyFans. So this bitch the one that got y'all saying it. I figured it came in the form of a song. Anything that goes around, you know, by caption. And everybody saying it come from a song. Because you niggas is just robots. You lack originality. Your thoughts are to come from, you know, these puppets. You lack originality. So, you know, she can tell you to say anything and you'll say it. Niggas willingly caption their photo demon time. But like, anyway. So you see the whole throwing up the sixes. Ever since she married Beyonce, what's the nigga name? Jay-Z. She been throwing this shit up. She married a nigga that look up to Aleister Crowley, a man whose mother called him the Beast. Said he was the most wicked man to walk the earth. His mother said that, and Jay-Z look up to him, and Beyonce married him. Talked about using Bible scriptures as tampons in one of her songs. I'm not a Christian. I don't give a fuck about the Bible. But, you know, Just showing you the sick wickedness of this bitch. I wish they would televise them executing this hoe. And this bitch too would get her own video. And she's a lead puppet. And she been sending you motherfuckers to the slaughterhouse since she got with Jay-Z. And her father forced her career. But I'll stop there. I'll stop there. I'll save that for the video. She wasn't even supposed to be where she is. Wasn't even supposed to be the lead singer in the group Destiny's Child. But I'll stop there. Throwing up the sixes. And to my people in the know, 666 is nothing evil, but in the craft it is. So is Jackie Chan a blood? Is he throwing up the OK sign over his eye? Have you ever did that dumb shit? Right in our face. Right in our face. And he very well could be some sort of spy over here because they do that. They send motherfuckers over here, you know, put them in the entertainment industry and they spies the whole time. That's what happened with 6ix9ine. He could be some kind of spy for Asia. China specifically. But you see him throwing up the sixes as well. This is the bitch Sierra. It says Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Man, you probably thinking that's harmless. And there's nothing behind it. That is where Aleister Crowley, that's the guild in London, where Aleister Crowley had his first experience with organized magic. You know, this was his first cult. This was the first cult he joined, called the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn in London. So as I said before, Aleister Crowley's influence is strong throughout the music industry, well, entertainment industry as a whole. And yes, Russell Wilson is also a Satanist. Yes, that's why they together. They give him the nice guy image, just like Tom Brady. And you know what? Actually, my very next video will be on Tom Brady and the fraud that he is. Nothing but a Satanist puppet that they just give in Super Bowls. It's ridiculous. But they give Russell Wilson the nice guy look, the nice guy role, you know, to hide Sierra, to hide what she really is, when they both are Satanists. You know, and they got y'all fighting on the internet over Future and Russell Wilson, and they both are Satanists. No, he less of a Satanist than him. He a bad boy. He a good Satanist. That's how y'all sound. They are both Satanists, and they both just do things to sway emotions throughout the planet and fluctuate energy throughout the planet because the people that control them understand bioenergetics. They understand that having people argue and debate over stupid shit creates friction and negative energy for them to feed off of. But as you can see, this is Sierra with the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn hoodie on, which is the guild that welcomed in Aleister Crowley to his first organized construct of using magic. Here go this bitch Cardi B. And the caption say, single, bad, and rich, I do the controlling. Now remember earlier, I told you, that these people are presented to us as people that are in some kind of high position. Really, we are above them. They have no dignity, and they are under full control. But listen, she's trying to force the narrative into your head that she is in control. You shouldn't even have to say nothing. And they all do it because it's the exact opposite. But they told to do that to push the narrative to you that they are bosses, and they are not. They are not. Just like the emperors would allow, keyword allow, the gladiators to reap the benefits of, being great at fighting in the Colosseum. They will allow them. But how much control are you in when you have to sign a deal through somebody else? How much control are you in? You are allowed to do this, that, and the third. You're allowed to get this amount of money, X amount of money. And among other things, your every single move is under control. Everything you do, anybody you get with, it's all orchestrated. But as you see, she in this devil suit, just flat out showing you, just flat out showing you. And I'm gonna show you something in this next slide. So boom, she come back with the angel picture. You see what I'm saying? Just to show you the duality in the situation, to confuse you. That's all it is. The bitch ain't no angel. You know what I'm saying? And her publicist, not her, because it take intelligence to understand that posting this second allows her to have a line of defense, against for the idiots. And she's one of them. So I highly doubt that she knew, or thought out which one of them to post first. She posted this one second, so she can defend herself. And the caption was stop with the Illuminati stuff, y'all corny or something like that. To wash away the demon picture. Why would you even dress up in it in the first place? Well, I know it's rhetorical, but why would you dress up in it unless you're a demon? A heterosexual man's not gonna dress like a faggot. He's not a faggot. Basketball players don't get on the court with a fucking helmet and shoulder pads on because they're not football players. So why the hell would you, somebody that's an angel and sees themselves spiritually and mentally an angel, even throw on a demon suit? Why would you do that? Because you're a demon. You're a devil worshiper. God in the Bible is Satan. This is why God in the Bible tells you He does all things good and evil, duality. You see? He does all things good and evil to keep you confused. You know, the further your head is in that book, the more confused you are. And that's where they get this stuff from. Post a demon picture, come back with this to confuse you. So now you like, oh, okay, Cardi B, you just wanted to put on. I think she said it was she said the demon suit was for a TikTok video, bro. Like, you know, you too old to be on there anyway. But you know, why would you put on a demon suit for a fucking TikTok video? Very rhetorical, but you know, these people will always play both sides of the fence, cause the people that run them get they teachings out of the Bible, and then they impose it on these puppets, and then the puppets impose it on us. Voila, magic. That's exactly how it goes. So it's like this. The Bible is the epicenter of all of this. And look, the Torah and the Quran, nothing different. But you know, the Bible is a more popular book. It's more Christians probably looking at this, so I use the Bible. You know, the Bible is the epicenter. You got the CEOs. It's people that's over the CEOs, but we just simply talking about the music industry. You got the CEOs, then you got the rappers with a label, or the high end rappers, quote unquote. These your Nicki Minaj, your Jay Z, your Beyonce, P D, you know, and then you got the rappers under them. Take Nicki Minaj out of that top tier. Now you got the top foot soldiers. So that would be Cardi B. That would be Nicki Minaj. It's looking like they prepping Meg Thee Stallion to become one. Lil Wayne for a while, and also I'll get to that after this. Lil Wayne for a while. Uh, it's looking like Lil Baby. You know, the top foot soldiers. So whatever they do, you do. You know, whatever the top foot soldiers do, you do. And so you do what the top foot soldiers do. The top foot soldiers do what the CEOs tell them to do, and the CEOs get the shit out of the Bible. Voila. But I'm gonna conclude this video. I'm gonna immediately start working on part 2, and you know, also be looking out for a video soon about why I think Lil Wayne would not make it out of 2021. Sound crazy, right? But I'm gonna show how he aligns up to be dead before the end of this year. Probably on his birthday, cause his birthday is a big day in in the Cabal. It's a big day for the Jews. So be looking out for that. So hopefully you enjoyed my first presentation. The volume might not be as pristine as I would like, or as you would like. I'm ordering me a mic tomorrow. So by the time my next video or maybe the second video upload, everything will sound a lot better. But y'all be easy. Peace.
You heard I got caught up a lot, but that didn't really do nothing. But now they came back on the block. You better know that I'm still thugging. So got their hand up in the pot. Please get your hand out the bucket. I heard that you thought I was right, and then you said I would be nothing. Now reminisce. Remember you say I would never ball, and that I would never have my name on the wall. But now I just came up from nothing. You say a young nigga been hustling. I'm flooded, now money all in my luggage. Now they love me, I even see haters looking. I learned a lot on my own, so friends turn crooked. Had to look at myself and reevaluate. Got people on my right and left that just wanna say, mirror, mirror on the wall. Please tell me that he ain't really flossing. He ain't really getting money, he ain't ballin'. He ain't really about what he say, he just be talking. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Just please tell me that he ain't on yet. And in these bigger cities, he ain't want it. That's why I keep on grinding in this world on my lonely. I'm in this world alone. It ain't no hide my hand when I start throwing stones. I gotta hold it. Ain't no wondering who did. Ain't no one with me. I'm in this world alone. It ain't no hide my hand when I start throwing stones. I gotta hold it. Ain't no wondering who did. Ain't no one with me. Love in my back against